And welcome back from that. If you're obviously, well, you're just tuning in because we had to restart the stream. The fire alarm was pulled, and it was a false alarm. I've been told this is a concurrent thing that happens here at St. Lawrence College. So we apologize for the interruption, but we are back now where teams are getting set to resume the game for the KASSAA Boys Senior Volleyball Championship. The game will be resuming shortly, but in the meantime, enjoy watching these boys warm up. All right, and we are getting set to resume this matchup here shortly after KSS is done doing their spiking warm-ups. And now that these warm-up part 2s are over, we will get set to resume the game after the pep talks from the coaches. And well, as students live streaming from Bay Ridge Secondary School, we have a saying: success, community, tradition. And tradition at St. Lawrence College definitely seems to be pulling the fire alarm on Wednesdays. As last year, this was an issue too when we tried to do KASSAA championships for basketball. It happened twice that day, so let's hope this will be the only one for today. But definitely a tradition here at St. Lawrence. Anyway, Evan, how do you think that affects the climate of this game? And now that both teams have gotten a little bit of a breather, you know, because Regi is down 5-8 right now. So do you think that gave them a little bit of time to like refresh, reset?
I mean, it should. There's no telling for sure what it's going to be for them, but both teams can take this time to regroup and get their heads back in the game.
It's both teams huddling now and going over some last-minute strategy. Regi looking to strike back, being down 5-8, and we hear some of the bagpipes here. I'm not sure where exactly. Not sure where exactly that's coming from, but oh well, certainly add some entertainment to this atmosphere. You know, it's never a boring day here at St. Lawrence College. From fire alarms to bagpipes to mascots hitting the gritty, you never know what you're gonna to expect while you're here. Anyway, it looks like I wonder who's gonna be serving first. I can't quite remember who we left off with. So we will find out shortly as both teams get ready to resume the first set. They might just do a 50-50 coin toss again, or rock, paper, scissors. Or it depends. Maybe they do remember who had the first or had the serve. And it will be KSS starting off with the serve. Alright, and this game is about to get back on track. And there's the serve. That one's received by Regi, but they can't set up the play. KSS spikes it over. That one's easily received by Regi. Regi sets up their play. A spike from Evan, and he gets it! Evan Cox with the point for Regi. And now Evan will look for his next point with his serve. And that's an easy point for KSS as they hammer it home. And I still am not quite sure where those bagpipes are coming from, but... Or pardon me, somehow KSS lost that one. Not exactly sure what happened there. But Evan nails another serve. Evan is now 3 for 3 on his serves. And the game is all tied up at 8 apiece. Evan with the serve, received by KSS. KSS, oh, the sneaky tip there. KSS faking the spike, and a long-range spike from the other side of the court, and that gets a point for the Bears. A nice play there. And it sounds like a kazoo has joined the orchestral mix here in the stands. Now KSS will look to continue the pressure with that serve. That one is just out of bounds. Good eye from the back of the Regi court. And now Lucas will look to serve for Regi. With the game tied up at 9 apiece, this serve is important. A nice serve. A pretty good reception, but they had to chase it there. Well, that spike is good. And Evan on the floor after trying to make a last-ditch attempt to save that one. And now KSS sends it over. Regi unable to receive that one. It goes out of bounds, and the Bears earned a second consecutive point. And KSS sends that one over. Evan could not receive that one, and that one goes way out of bounds. Regi needs to step up their reception game and be able to return these serves from KSS. All right, KSS serving it again. Unable to get that one, E2, and KSS is, I believe, 4 for 4 on this serving stanza. All right, I'll see if he can make that 5 for 5. That is 5 for 5 as he picks the corner. And now we are joined by the KSS mascot up on the level we are at. And we'll see him bring some energy to the KSS squad. Regi with the fake spike into a spike. That one is just out of bounds. So close. That was almost on the line, but that just misses.
It was interesting to see how both teams adapted to the fire alarm. KSS seemed to be out to a slow start, but they're really picking up the pace now.
Yeah, they're really putting their foot down on that gas pedal, shifting into first gear here. Oh, a nice little tip from Regi. And KSS hits the corner, and that is good for a point for the Bears. Timeout, Regi. All right, Evan, well, Regi is calling a timeout here. What do you think their coach is saying to them right now?
I mean, I think taking the time is the right play. They need to regroup. This first set got off to a little bit of an interesting set with the fire alarm going off, so they're kind of all over the place. They need to calm down, regroup, get situated, and get back to what the game plan was.
Exactly, and what do you think that KSS coach is telling to their squad over there?
I expect that the KSS coach is happy with what they're seeing from their team right now. They seem to be executing well. The strength seems to be getting those spikes over the net, and they capitalize on that a lot of times, so they're going to work on getting those plays over the net with the spikes.
Yeah, some really great play from both teams. We've seen some good rallies, good serves, good spikes, good blocks. All around, this has been a great game to watch so far. With 10 seconds left in the timeout, we'll see coaches finalize their pep talks, and we'll see a resume in the action.
Before the fire alarm, Regi looked really organized with their team play and chemistry. They've looked a bit shaky since, so you can expect Regi to get back to their team play. Yeah,
just maybe had to slow it down a little bit. That pep talk from the coach, we'll see what it can do as KSS sends over the serve. That one is out of bounds. A good eye from the back squad of Regi. Now Regi will look to go on the attack as Aiden sends it over. A nice reception from KSS. KSS sets up the play. That one is tipped by Regi, and it goes out of bounds for a KSS point. Now KSS getting ready to serve it here. And that one's over. A nice reception by Evan. That one's spiked, but unable to go over the net, and they run out of touches. And KSS will serve once again. Evan, how do you think KSS's pressure is continuing to build so far?
I mean, it looks like they're keeping the momentum, right? They don't want to let up, so they always have their foot on the gas, and it seems to be working well for them.
A play that is just barely out of bounds. Such a tough call from the linesperson, but the right call, I think at least, probably. You know, they're the ones down there. They get to make the call. And now Ricci will send it over. Oh! That one just skimmed the net. Oh, and there's a stoppage in play. Ricci will get the point as there was a double touch on the play. As obviously, you know, in volleyball, you can't hit a ball twice in a row. Well, at least the same person can't. KSS sets it up. The spike is good. A good location for the spike, and the Ricci defender is unable to receive that one. And now we'll see number 23 of KSS step up to fire over the serve. The serve is over. That one is just out of bounds. Good eye from the Ricci squad. And now, in addition to bagpipes and a kazoo, we now have a cowbell. You know, you never know what to expect here as Ricci sends it over. Nice reception from KSS. KSS sets up the play. Oh, and a beautiful tip. Ricci, KSS now setting up. What a spike. Almost able to save that one, but the ball goes way out of bounds after that reception. And the KSS mascot clearly happy about that play. All right, KSS with the serve. That one does not make it over the net. And Ricci will now be serving as Ben Goyette prepares to serve. Here's Ben with the serve. Nice reception from KSS. KSS sets up the spike. And that one's able to be kept alive by Ricci for just a moment before it hits the court floor. As Aiden is unable to save that one, as it was quite low from the initial reception. Only 4 points left to go for KSS to win this first set as they lead 21-14. That one sent over. Nice reception from Ricci. Nice sneaky little play there. Fakes the spike and goes for a short range tip. And that secures Ricci a point. And now we'll see Evan stepping up to serve again. And here's Evan with the serve. A nice throw reception there. KSS setting up the play and the spike. That one is called inbounds. That one was in the court, and KSS will get that point. Oh, but it looks like the referee will overturn the call, and it will actually go the KSS way. A nice reception there from KSS. KSS sets up. Oh, a nice little attempt to save it by Ricci, but unable to save it completely as that one goes out of bounds. And KSS will now look to serve it. Now KSS sending it over. Nice reception by Ricci. Ricci setting up their play. And there's the spike, and that one is tipped out of bounds by the KSS defender. And that'll secure another point for Ricci as Ricci is clawing their way back into this one, only down by 5 points. And here's Ricci with the serve. There's Lucas with the serve. And the spike is denied, and Ricci managed to send it over. KSS setting up their play. Going for another spike. That one is blocked, but as a result of the block, it is tipped out of bounds, and KSS will earn that point. Well, Ricci is very close to losing this set. Evan, what do you think they need to do to reclaim this?
They need to watch out for the spikes. It feels like whenever KSS goes for a spike, they get whatever they want. So Ricci knows it's coming. They have to prepare and defend it better.
Yeah, I think so. I think KSS has definitely had their number with their spiking game today. Now we'll see Aiden coming up for the serve. And there's the serve. A nice reception by KSS. KSS setting up the play. A nice little shot. Evans got it. And that one is sent way high, and they send over a free ball. KSS controlling it now. A nice spot in between all the Regi defenders, and KSS is now 1 point away from taking this first set here. So that was a great eye to see that open spot. And now Spencer will look to close out this set for the KSS Bears. Evan with the reception. That one spiked over, blocked by KSS. They reset. And there's Evan with the spike. KSS able to receive that one. KSS's spike is way out of bounds. And Regi will get to serve again as they stay alive here in this first set. The score is 24-19 in favor of the Bears. Regi sends it over. KSS receives. KSS tries to tip it over, but it's blocked by Evan. Evan sets it up. And what a beautiful spike from the Panthers. And they are now at 20. Only down by 4 points. If they can get at least 4 points, they can force win by 2. Now we'll see Matthew continue to serve. A nice reception from KSS. KSS sets it up, taking their time. The spike is out of bounds. And that will be another Regi point as they are fighting to the last breath in this set. They are not backing down. Here comes the serve. Serve sent over. Nice reception from KSS. A nice block from Evan. Evan Cox with the block, and he secures another point for the Regi Panthers.
And oh my Josh, now it's down by 2 points. Feels like anything can happen when they take the timeout.
And you see KSS takes the timeout. Regi is fighting their way back into this one, and they've shown that they're not ready to keel over yet.
Exactly. What a run by Regi. It felt like they were off the game when we came back. They took a little bit to get back into this one, but they look warmed up and ready to go now.
Yeah, they're all fired up. They got all the momentum right now. This timeout will hopefully, for the KSS, Bears will reset them. And after that reset, we'll see if they can close it out. However, KSS is playing really beautifully right now, late into this first set. Don't you think, Evan?
Yes, this first set sure is a nail biter and looks as if KSS was going to win, but now there's really no telling who can take it. It's still very open.
And now the KSS Bears look to close it out. What do you think their coach said to them?
I mean, they need to regroup. They need to just get a stop. They can't keep getting easy points on them. They need to get some momentum, trying to stop the momentum of Regi, and they should work out fine for them.
And now Matthew Roswell looking to earn another point to help Regi claw their way back into this one. And here's the serve. A nice reception from KSS. And KSS sends it into the net. It is a 1 point set right now. KSS 24, Regi 23. If Regi gets this next point, they'll force win by 2. And it's sent over, received by KSS. KSS setting up. KSS with the spike. That one's received. Can they keep it alive? He keeps it alive. It's sent over. KSS regrouping. The spike. And KSS takes it with the lift on number 4, Ben Goyette. Ben Goyette trying to save the ball. Ends up lifting it. And that will secure the set for the KSS Bears. Hard fought though, don't you think, Evan?
Yes, exactly. Such a tight set, and you have to admire the body language of Regi. They lose that set after coming all the way back, but they don't look too disappointed and down on themselves. They still know it's a close game, and they're in it to win it, so they look to take the second set and even things up.
Yeah, what do you think Regi's going to do here? Obviously, that was a really close one. They know they're a good team, and they know they're right there. So what do you think they're going to do to close that gap?
Yes, they're going to try to keep the momentum they had in the second half of this set. They looked a bit slow and sluggish after we came back from the break, but we're going to try to carry the momentum into the second set. And if you're KSS, I mean, you just have to forget about the last half of that set. They didn't look too good. They were getting a lot of momentum against them, so now that they have this pause, all the momentum is going to go away if you're KSS.
Yeah, a nice little reset here before we begin the second set as both teams go over their strategy. Regi looking not fall down to a 2-0 deficit. KSS looking to add additional pressure against the Panthers by taking the second set. We'll see who comes out on top shortly.
And I mean, after a little bit of pause for a fire alarm, I don't think you could have asked for a better set. It was good energy. It was a very back and forth game, so a pretty entertaining first set, and hopefully more to come here soon.
Hopefully, it seems like this is going to be a nail-biter game. I feel like it's going to go right to the end. If I had to make it predictions, I'm saying this is going to 5 sets.
Yes, I agree. I'm sure that's what we as commentators want to see. If you're cheering for your specific team, maybe not so much, but up here on the desk, we're of course looking to see this go to 5.
Yeah, it's always an entertaining game to call. The longer they go on, the more intense the game is, the more fun it is to call. And that was a great set to call because of how close that one was.
Now, we could not have asked for a better first set, and we're about to get underway here in the second set.
KSS mascot kind of down there taunting the Regi fans, trying to get under their nerves. Not sure exactly what he's doing, but he's doing something. Both teams getting ready to start play of the second set. KSS will have the first serve. And here's KSS with the first serve. Evan with the reception, and Regi sends it over, but it's able to be received by KSS. KSS sets it up, slows it down, and the spike! Unable to be received by Regi, getting spun around on that one. And KSS takes that point. KSS now sends it over for the second serve in a row. Sets up the play. There's a spike, unable to make it across because of a block. Evan now, he sends it over. KSS receives and sets up. A nice tip there, able to be saved, but that one is way out of bounds, and there's not much you can do there when it goes right past the referee there. You have obstacles in the way, and that's a really tough ball to save. KSS coming out strong so far, leading 2-0. It's only 2-0, so Regi is very easily back in this game if they get a couple points here. Ooh, and almost gets a couple of KSS defenders on that fake spike. That spike from KSS is good as they find the pocket in between the Regi defenders. Score is now 3-0 for KSS in the second set.
It's similar to the first set, KSS getting out to a bit of an early lead, so let's see how Regi can bounce back here.
And well, hopefully in the middle of this one, there's not going to be a fire alarm to interrupt us, but you know, if there is, maybe that's the Regi's secret. Maybe after any fire alarm, their game elevates by like 10 times. What do you think, Evan?
Certainly is an interesting theory here as Regi with the set.
Now Regi's serve goes out of bounds. And KSS will now serve again. Here's KSS now getting ready. Here's the serve, and that one's over. And the call is out of bounds, and that'll go the Regi way. Coaches on the Regi bench quite adamant that one was out, and well, I mean, if you're the coach of your team, obviously you're going to want it to be out. But the Lions people agree, so it will be a Regi serve. And as Regi serves it, it's a nice reception from KSS. KSS sets up the spike, and that one is good. Finding the pocket on the edge of the court. Picks the line and scores with that spike. Score is now 5-2 in favor of KSS here in the second set. KSS sending it over. And the point is awarded to KSS as there was a lift on the play from a Regi player. Now, here in the championships, you can't, especially down a set, you really got to try and control that. You can't let that be happening. I don't know. A failed tipping attempt, and they run out of touches. Alright, and KSS looking to send over the next serve. Nice reception from Ricci. Ricci with the spike. That one is way out of bounds, however. But the call is overturned by the referee as there was a tip on the play. It went out of bounds off the fingers of a KSS player. Now, here's Ricci with the serve. That serve is way out of bounds, and there's going to be no dispute over that one. KSS will get that point and earn the serve. And a fresh ball will be put in play as KSS gets ready to serve it. And there's the serve. That one just sneaks by the net, but Ricci is able to return it. And ooh, will that make it over? It does make it over. However, the Ricci blocker was ready for that, and he tips it into the court of the KSS team for a point for Ricci. And now Evan gets ready to start serving it up for the Ricci Panthers. Here's Evan with the serve. That serve is good. And there's a spike. That one inbounds. That was called inbounds by the linesman. That point will go the KSS way, and a beautifully placed spike to earn a point for the KSS squad there. And now we'll see the Panthers mascot arrive out onto the court here. And that serve is unable to be received, and KSS will get another point. Score is 10-4 for KSS so far in the second set. KSS leads 1-0. Evan with the reception. Ricci setting it up. Oh, the nice tip over, but it's blocked. A nice save from Ricci, and Ricci tips it over again. KSS sets up. Slows it down, and the spike is unable to be received by Ricci. And now the mascots for both schools getting into a little bit of a brawl down there. Things are getting a bit crazy down there, don't you think, Evan?
It's on in good fun. And for Ricci right now, they need to get something going. They look to some of their leaders, not necessarily the best players, but a good leader is able to get something going when the rest of the team isn't. So look to them for some momentum.
Exactly. I know there's people on that team captains. Those are you gotta look for when you're down in big games like this. They're the ones who are gonna inspire you. They're the ones who are gonna encourage you to stay strong in these kinds of games. They're gonna be the ones, hopefully, that lead your team to a comeback into victory. And now here's Lucas with the serve. And that serve is good. KSS thinks that one is going out of bounds. It was not going out of bounds. And the mascot's getting into a little bit of more shenanigans down there. And here's Lucas with his next serve. That one, however, is way out of bounds. Can't quite repeat what he did last time. It was a nice attempt, but now KSS will have possession. Here's KSS with the serve. It's served. Nice reception by KSS. A nice tip, but it's received by KSS, and they reset. A nice block, but that one is unable to be received by KSS after... Sorry, my bad. That's unable to be received by Ricci after the block. KSS leads 13-6 here in the second set with one set in the pocket. That one is unable to be received by Ricci, and that goes way out of bounds. Ricci Panthers kind of, they're starting to look a little down here, and they can't let that happen right now. They gotta step it up, and they gotta remember that they're still in this game. A nice little tip, and he's trying his best not to get onto the net, and he does a great job because that point will go the Ricci way. That was a very close play on the edge of the court there. I don't know if you saw Evan, but he almost fell into the net there, and that would have been disastrous for Ricci if that would have been
disastrous, but they get the point, and that's what you like to see from Ricci. It was about at this point in the first set where Ricci started to turn things around, so let's see if they can make something happen here.
And that was Aiden's serve, and that one is unable to be returned. But that spike is unable to be returned. And a great eye from KSS as they let that one drift out of bounds. And here's KSS looking to score another point here. That one just skims the net but makes it fast. Here's Regi with the spike. Able to be received by KSS. KSS with a sneaky little tip, but they run out of touches. That was a right idea there. Tried to make a creative play, but just couldn't get it done. And now here's Regi with the serve. Great serve into an even better reception. That is blocked. And here's another. That's also blocked, but that one isn't a full block as it makes its way into the Regi end, which is now over by KSS. That spike is great positioning of that spike to score another point for the KSS squad, as they now have double the score of Regi, leading 16-8.
And Regi are getting some clutch blocks, but they need to figure out a way to convert that into some points.
Exactly. I think they've been doing a really good job with these blocks, but it doesn't seem like after these blocks they're able to convert on them. It seems like they're blocking and then it's just going either away from all their players or out of bounds, and they need to change that. KSS earns another point as the Regi spike is way out of bounds. A fresh ball is put in play. And KSS gets ready for the serve here. It's sent over, and that one is just out of bounds. And now here's Daniel Song with the serve received by KSS. KSS's spike. Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting play there. The ball had some interesting spin on it, and he thought it was going out of bounds, but it just landed in the court. Now KSS looking to serve it over once more and score some more points for the squad. Fakes at the spike and sends over the free ball instead. Interesting play. That spike is good. Tries to save it with the foot, but unable to get it up in the air. And now the Bears looking to reach the 20-point mark with this serve. Nice reception by Regi, but he misses the spike, but he's able to save it by sending over a free ball. That's a brilliant reception there from Regi. And there's Evan with the spike. A very well executed spike there. Catches the Regi defense lacking. And KSS converts on that scoring chance.
And maybe some nerves here from Regi as they're executing much better than they did in the first set, so they look to make something happen here.
And Regi will call a timeout.
It is the right play here. I mean, down by 11 and in the second set, already dropping the first set, they look to stop some of the momentum of KSS.
Yeah, and we already saw in the first set, the fire alarm kind of acted as a natural kind of timeout, and after that, Regi looked to pick up their play a lot better than they started off that set, so maybe we'll experience something similar here.
And they also demonstrated pretty good defense when KSF was up at about 20 points. Regi was able to slow them down and get pressure of their own. Regi was able to mount a comeback last time, so we'll look to see if Regi can mount a similar comeback this set.
And Evan, what do you think KSS needs to do to earn these last 5 points to win this one?
They need to keep their good pressure and team play that they've maintained. In the first set, they took the foot off the gas a little bit, and it seemed to cost them. So here they look to keep their pressure and team play and try to close out the set.
Yeah, exactly. While they may not have lost that first set, it certainly cost them in terms of like a mental game, because you're like, oh, I thought we had this in the bag. We were ahead by like 8 points, and then all of a sudden, it's a 1 point set. So you want to try and avoid that, right?
And for the mental of Regi, I mean, getting so close and nothing to show for it, and now down here in the second set. They need to stay composed and stay focused with the game on their mind.
Exactly. Now both teams making some last-minute strategy calls. A nice little fist bump there between teams. Just exchanging some sportsmanship there. Last-minute strategy being reviewed by both teams as the serve is ready to be sent over. And here's the serve. That one makes it across. Rigi with the nice reception. Sets it up, but unable to make it over the net with that spike. KSS with 21 points and Rigi with 9. Here's the serve from KSS. Nice reception from Rigi. Rigi setting up. There's a spike, but again, unable to beat the net. Their net seems to be the worst nemesis here on these last plays after the timeout was called. They really have to try and get over the net, and if they want to stay in this one. A good eye there by Ben Goya as he looks off the play after looking at it like, should I play that? And he's like, no, that's going out of bounds. Good call from him. And speaking of Ben Goya, here he is with his serve. That one sent over and KSS received. Oh, a nice block from Rigi, and that one is actually able to convert. But that spike is converting for KSS, as KSS's spiking game has been absolutely on fire tonight, as they are able to convert on it almost every single one of their spikes, it seems.
Exactly, KSS only 2 points away now, and it doesn't even feel like Rigi's getting outplayed by that much, but they're just lacking in execution a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think KSS's execution so far has been much better. Like that, right there. A beautiful serve. And Rigi unable to receive that one. And they are now 1 point away from dropping the second set in a row.
You can see them discussing amongst themselves. They're saying to stay calm, keep your head in the game, and they're going to try to get some momentum and turn things around here.
That one just barely out of bounds. Scaring the fans down there on the Rigi side as they're like, ooh, I don't know, that one was very close.
That's a good start. You should need to make these high IQ plays and just focus on the basics if they want to get back in this.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta keep a good eye and make simple plays like that. And that is awarded to KSS as the ball was tipped during that play. And Rigi will drop the second straight set. That is now 2 sets, KSS, no sets, Rigi, as we move into a third and potentially final set.
And Rigi did look pretty good during the first set. He looked a little bit slower here, so I would not be surprised at all if they bounce back and get back to the front with the first set, maybe even taking this third set.
Well, you know, when you're down and you're 1 set away from elimination, you gotta play with that desperation. There's gonna be that desperation in their game to stay alive, right?
Exactly. I mean, your back is on the wall, but that also allows you to go out there and play feel you have absolutely nothing to lose, whereas the other team has everything to lose. They don't want to let the nerves get to them if you're the team that's up 2-0.
Yeah, exactly. As a lot of people think, oh, the team is about to lose has the nerves, but no, it's actually surprising. The winning team has nerves. You know, they're all amped up and they're like, oh, they're a bit jittery, right? You know,
so
they
close,
want to win.
but so far.
Exactly.
Like, feels like it's easy to close out, but when they're against the Rigi team as competitive as this, it's easier said than done.
Exactly. You got to play with grit and determination to win this one, even up 2 sets to none. There can be no foot off the gas for KSS in this one. They have to stay composed, and they can't let the jitters get to them by being close to winning a KASSAA championship trophy.
And Josh, do you think it's a win in the cards for Rigi? Do you think they're going to come out here and show us why they belong and take this third set?
Honestly, I could very easily see Rigi coming out swinging in this set. Down 2-0, they definitely want to make an impression here today on their fans, on the other team, and they want that trophy. They're not going to give up quite so easily.
I couldn't agree more. And also, some of them are serious, which means they may not have a chance to come back and compete ever again. They're going to want to have a good last shot at this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you have one last shot to win as a senior student, you're going to take it right here, right now, and that's going to only fuel them even more.
Exactly. Rigi, they're going to be doing everything they can to get back in this game, and I would not be surprised at all if this set goes in favor of Rigi.
finishing up their preset pep talk.
A few seconds here before we get underway.
For the third and potentially final set.
Earlier in the juniors, we saw Rigi win 3-0, so maybe some luck is in favor for the senior team as well.
We'll see as we get ready to start this third set. Not set this third set. Energy of the fans here today is quite high right now. As KSS fans, obviously, they want to see KSS come out on top. Rigi fans, you know, they're probably getting nervous right now. They just want to cheer their boys on and keep them going. They want to force 5 sets.
Rigi fans are going to be high energy. They're going to want to cheer the team on, and having enthusiastic fans could make the difference. That support from Rigi really matters because this is such a mental game, and especially down 2 sets. We'll be looking for some inspiration and motivation to get back in this thing.
And Rigi will have the first serve of the third set as it's Aiden Best-Solberg. But his serve is out of bounds, and that's an important first point for KSS if they want to maintain the pressure they have. Here's KSS getting ready to serve. There's the serve. Nice reception from Rigi. They get ready to set it up. A nice sneaky little tip there. And that point goes the Rigi way as there's a lift from the Bears.
And you can see Rigi getting hyped up here. Every point matters to them.
Yeah, and now Matthew Roswell will look to continue the momentum here with this one. And that's received by KSS. KSS setting up. The spike blocked by Rigi. And a nice little net battle there that Rigi wins. Oh, that's going to be a close call. But it will go the Rigi way. It looks like it might have been tipped there, but I guess not. Point goes to Rigi. That is an important call to win there. Here's Aiden, Matthew Roswell. A nice reception on the spike from Rigi. Unfortunately, it does go out of bounds, but you can't ask for much better than that.
And if we go back and highlight that last play by Rigi before they lost this point, they got 2 blocks and then a point, so...
They're doing a better job converting on their blocks.
Yes, exactly. That's what we were looking for them in the second set. Let's see if they can demonstrate that here.
Good eye from the Rigi team as they let that ball sail out of bounds.
And already this set looking to be more back and forth. That's what we're going to be looking for. Should be an interesting and exciting third set.
Yeah, this one looking and resembling a lot more like the first set right now. It's a nice reception from KSS. KSS setting up. Here's the block attempt. They were able to block it, but that block goes out of bounds. But the referee will call the linesman up to talk to him. He saw a potential tip.
They could saw what they saw at floor level. What did it look like for you, Josh? To me, it looked like it went out, but...
Yeah, I think that was a clean out. I don't think it was tipped, and the call will go the KSS way. So, it is confirmed there was no tip on the play.
Yeah, to us, that's the right call. So, we'll see how Rigi can bounce back from that.
And the serve sent over, received by Rigi. Rigi setting up their play. A nice spike, but that one is unable to hit the court as it goes out of bounds. Here's KSS now. A nice reception of the serve. Oh, a nice sneaky tip there. KSS, look at this. Oh, a nice spike. Hits the top right corner of the court. Rigi has no defenders over there, and that's an easy point for the Bears. And we'll see Evan subbing on for Daniel. Daniel heads off, and Evan heads on. And now, here's Rigi with the serve. Nice reception from Regi. Regi sends it over. KSS setting up. And there's the spike. That one is almost blocked by the Regi player, but is unable to fully block it. And that one slips through his fingers and onto the court on the Regi side. KSS now looking to continue the pressure they have here. Nice reception on the serve. And a sneaky play there. Will he be able to say that he cannot get to that, and Regi will take that point there. A great play from the Panthers, and a nice attempt by the Bears to save that one. And we'll see Evan Cox step up to serve this one for Regi. A nice, beautiful block from Regi, but unfortunately it is just barely out of bounds. There have been so many good blocks from Regi, especially from Lucas Correggio. But just unfortunately, they're just barely out of bounds. And that serve is sent straight into the net, and Regi will take that point. And here's Ben Goyette with the serve, received by KSS. KSS setting up their play. And will send over a spike that's unable to be received by Regi. KSS with increasing pressure here as they win more and more points here in the third set. Here's the serve from KSS. Nice reception by Evan. Great play. Evan to Aiden. Aiden sets up that spike. Beautiful play from Regi.
Yeah, it's great play by Regi, and although it feels like KSS has dominated most of the pressure, they're only up by 2, so look to Regi to keep things close.
And here's Lucas Corderio with the serve. That one way out of bounds. And it will go back the KSS way. And KSS with the serve now. Sends it over. Nice reception by Evan. Aiden sets it up. Oh, and a nice try from Matthew Roswell to send it over, but he's unable to get it over the net and instead puts it straight into the netting. Here's KSS with another serve. Aiden sets it up for Evan. Evan with the spike. That one is out of bounds and will go the KSS way. KSS almost touching that one, but they keep a good eye on it and they let that one sail out of bounds. Here's KSS with another serve. Nice reception there by Daniel. Aiden puts it up to Matthew. KSS. And that one is out of bounds and will go the Regi way.
It's such a back and forth game here. KSS, they always seem to get a few points, and then Regi, they're always there right behind them.
And Regi fighting tooth and nail for this one. And here's Aiden with the serve. Sends it over. Nice reception from KSS. KSS slowing it down with some height. And there's a free ball. Aiden sets it up. And a beautiful setup by Aiden. And a nice finish from Peyton George.
A lot of energy from the crowd on the Regi side. They're trying to hype their boys up and get back into this game.
Yeah, beautiful finish on the play by Peyton George to spike that one home. Nice reception by KSS. And there's the spike. And that spike hits the court on the Regi side. And KSS will earn themselves another point. It is now 12-8 for KSS. Here's Spencer getting ready to serve for KSS. And it's sent over. Received by Daniel. Aiden tipping it over, but the point will go the KSS way. as he touched it a little too far over the net. Here's Spencer with his second serve. That one received by Regi, and they send over a free ball. KSS slowing it down, and it's still up, and Regi sends over, KSS sends over the free ball. Oh, a nice block from KSS, and Regi resets. And there's Evan, pushes it over. And there's KSS now. A spike blocked by the Regi Panthers, and Regi finally manages to get a block that lands in the court of the Bears. That is an important momentum boost right there.
Yes, that's going to be a good way to swing the momentum in Regi's favor, and I believe the largest lead has only been 5 points, so Regi finding a way to come back each time.
Here's KSS setting up again. They send over a free ball, but it's a great spot on that free ball. That gives them another point. Picks the spot in between 2 defenders and capitalizes on the play. There's number 23 for KSS. There's the serve. Received by Regi. Aiden sets it up, and there's a spike that goes way out of bounds. Ben Goyette. But it is tipped by a KSS Bear, apparently. So it will go the Regi way. And now the mascots are engaging in a push-up challenge on the bottom of the screen there. And KSS with the reception. Nice spike. Oh, well, that one doesn't touch the ceiling, and play will continue on. KSS slowing it down. Oh, and Evan looks to spike it over, and that one's received by KSS. KSS with the spike of their own, and that one is out of bounds. Regi with an important point right there.
Yes, it's a good future to capitalize at the ball, almost off the ceiling, but just barely stays below ceiling level.
Yeah,
so
that was incredible. That was incredible. That was like right below the ceiling level. And that serve.
Not so incredible.
Yeah, great play from Regi there. You know, that's a definition of not giving up. That's like, you would almost assume that's going to hit the ceiling, but no, you play it anyway. That serve is short, but manages to sneak over the net. Ooh, a nice setup there from KSS, and the block goes straight back into the net, and Regi is unable to recuperate after that one. Here's KSS setting up another serve here. Aiden setting it up. It's sent over. And there's some nice play there by the Bears, and a nice attempt from the Panthers to keep it alive. But unfortunately, they are unable to keep that ball up as that one hits the ground. Here's the serve from KSS. Nice reception by Evan. Aiden sets it up. Free ball sent over. And no one, a miscommunication there. No one goes for that one. And a cheap point there for the Panthers.
It didn't look like they expected it to make it over the net, so no one was ready for it.
Yeah, no one called for it. No one was ready for it. I guess everyone assumed that one was going straight into net. And here's Evan getting ready to serve the ball. And there's Regi with the serve. There's KSS setting up, and there's the spike. A great block by the Panthers, and that one is inbounds, and that'll be a point for the Panthers.
Evan has been a big-time player all game, so usually you look to him to make something happen on these serves.
Yeah, and also I think Aiden Best Solberg has had quite the impact on the game so far right now. He's doing really well setting up other players for their spikes. And let's give a shout out to those Regi blockers there. They're doing an incredible job blocking those intense spikes from the KSS Bears. Speaking of the Bears, they're getting ready to serve. The serve is over. Unable to receive that one are the Panthers, and Regi earns another point. Regi leads it, KSS leads it 19-13 with 2 sets in the pocket. 6 points away from taking the KASSAA Senior Boys Volleyball Championship. And here's KSS with the serve. That one is out of bounds, but just barely. From up here, that almost looked on the line, wouldn't you say, Evan?
That almost looked on the line, but refs call it. Yuji will get the point for that one.
Yeah, you know, they got a better vantage point down there than we do from up here. And that point will go the Ricci way as there is a lift on the play.
Yes, 2 quick points from Ricci here. Back to a 4-point game, so we'll have to see if they can make something happen and try to equalize.
And that ball goes way out of bounds. KSS at 20 points, only 5 points away from taking this one here. Here's KSS with the serve. Nice reception from Ricci. And a nice spike. And KSS is unable to keep it alive. Beautiful spike by Matthew Rosell. It is 2016 for the KSS Bears. And Ricci gets ready to... Some interesting distractions the fans are trying to put onto the players, but it's not going to matter for the Bears as they get another point. Bring them one step closer to hoisting that trophy. Here's KSS. Getting ready for the serve. And it's over. Ricci receives it, but unable to set up their play. But a nice play there by Peyton George to push the ball back down onto the court of the Bears as their players were, I don't know what happened there, but their players had fallen onto the court. Took a little tumble there, and here is Aiden with the serve. KSS receives, sets up a play. The spike is blocked, but they are able to reset. Another spike, and this one is good.
KSS at 22 now. One step closer. And if you're KSS, you have to believe you're going to win this set and close it out. And if you're Ricci, you have to believe you're going to take it to the next set and keep on going.
Yeah, they just got to keep on pushing here. Well, both teams do. For different reasons. Ricci to stay alive. KSS to take home the trophy. And a nice play. What a play with the foot there. And that is not something you see every day. And 2 blocks from the Panthers. What a play there. What a save with the foot.
What a
keep
save.
That alive.
Way to capitalize on it after as well. That's got to be morale booster for Ricci.
2 blocks right there. That is got to be a morale booster right there. It's sent over. And there's KSS with the spike. Great spot. And they're one step closer to hoisting that trophy. Only 2 points away.
23-18, so still anyone's game. Certainly not over.
This could go anyone's way. Here's KSS with the serve. And Ricci with the tip over. KSS resetting. KSS with the nice pushover, but that one is called in favor of KSS. They are now 1 point away from hoisting the KASSAA Senior Boys Volleyball Trophy here at St. Lawrence College.
We've seen Ricci rally with the backs to the wall. What can they do?
Here's Ricci. Will he be able to save it? Evans saves it, but he's able to get it. KSS wins! Evan Cox tries to save it, but he's unable to get to it in time. And KSS takes the KASSAA trophy, and the KSS Bears are your KASSAA Senior Boys Volleyball champions. But a huge shout out to the Ricci Panthers for their second place finish. They played well to get here today, Evan, and they deserve to be here in this game.
Yes, exactly. KSS overjoyed with the win. Ricci disappointed because I'm sure they imagined they could have done better, but nothing to scoff at. They had an amazing effort today. They kept it close the entire way. It looked like anyone could take it, and they finished second place, so they can't be too upset with themselves.
Exactly. They did a really good job here tonight. KSS just going the extra mile and taking home that trophy. And now we await the most coveted part of the night, the medal presentation and the presentation of the KASSAA Championship Trophy. Evan, what did you think about this game? I know we both said it was going to go to 5 sets. KSS proved us wrong by taking it in 3.
I mean, KSS sure did prove us wrong, but it did feel like it was anyone's game to win, and even in retrospect, I wouldn't have changed my answer. It still looked like it was going to go to 5. I think if Ricci had another shot out of it, it would have taken the 5, so it surely was anyone's game, and Ricci had an amazing effort here tonight.
Yeah, they sure did. And now, we'll turn it over to the announcer to hear the ceremony of the medals and the presentation of the KASSAA Championship Trophy.
We will now present the KASSAA medals for the silver medalist, the Ricci Panthers, and to the gold medalist of the KASSAA Championship, Jason Davis.
Certainly some amazing play from both teams here tonight. KSS just going the extra mile here to take home the gold and the trophy. But this should be a game that no one should forget, especially in the careers of these young lads down there. This will be a game that they won't forget. Win or lose, you're still great to be in the KASSAA finals.
Yes, exactly. It felt like KSS was just trying to get really consistent and have them to win, but an amazing opportunity for all the players here tonight that won't be wanting to forget anytime soon.
Exactly. We will just finish up with the medal ceremony, and then we'll move on to the presentation of the KASSAA Trophy. Both teams today, or both games that we commentated today, both curiously ended in 3 sets. A clean sweep both times. It was certainly a very interesting way of events here. I kind of expected this especially after the first set where it looked really close. I expected it to go much further than the clean sweep.
Definitely wasn't expecting them to show in either of their games tonight. Both teams were fairly equally matched, so congratulations to Ricci for winning in the junior boys, and here KSS takes down Ricci in the senior boys.
Yeah, congratulations to all teams, and here is the presentation of the KASSAA Senior Boys Volleyball Championship Trophy. We'll see the team celebrate before they let the fans out onto the court for a big community celebration. There it is, everyone getting their photo op opportunity there.
All the YouTube boys here, they gather around the trophy for the photos to be taken, and they must be relieved and thrilled that it's over. KSS, yes, pardon me.
After this team photo, we will begin to wrap up the stream. One last big congratulations to the KSS Bears for covering the 2024 KASSAA Senior Boys Volleyball Championship. I've been Josh Miles, joined alongside Evan Tucker. Have yourselves a great night.